Welcome to Dominic Sports Picks, your winning edge. Hello and welcome, everyone. At Dominic Sports Picks, we are a team of seasoned analysts dedicated to providing you with the most insightful and data-driven MLB betting recommendations. Every day, we meticulously break down matchups, trends, and player performances to deliver top-tier picks, over/unders, player props, and parlays, helping you make smarter, more confident betting decisions. Our mission is simple: to combine expert analysis with a passion for the game, giving you the edge you need to succeed. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just getting started, we're here to guide you with reliable, well-researched insights. Thank you for joining us. Let's make this season a winning one together. Hello guys, here's our first parlay of the day. Here's a parlay focused on two teams that have the perfect opportunity to score comfortable wins this Friday. First pick, Cleveland Guardians to win versus Angels. Cleveland is coming off a key comeback against the Dodgers with a 5-run rally in the 8th inning. They have a winning record, are at home, and face an Angels team that has lost 5 in a row and has only scored 5 runs in its last 5 games. The Guardians send Luis Ortiz to the mound, who, while inconsistent, will face an offense that is completely out of control. The Angels rely on Soriano, who has a good ERA, but needs offensive support that simply isn't there today. With Kwan back in the lineup, Cleveland has everything it needs to prevail. Second pick, New York Mets to win versus Rockies. The Mets face the Rockies, the worst team in all of MLB, with a 9-47 record in 21 consecutive series losses. Colorado lacks direction or offense, and now visits a New York team that, although it has struggled to produce with base runners, has managed to stay in the mix with good pitching. David Peterson takes the mound today, coming off nearly 8 quality innings against the Dodgers and has a favorable record against Colorado. On the other side, Kyle Freeland has a 0-7 record with a 5.86 ERA and was punished by the Yankees in his last outing. The talent and momentum differential largely favor the Mets. Conclusion: both teams are at home, with completely vulnerable opponents and pitchers coming off solid performances. This parlay pairs a contender, the Guardians, with a team that needs to take advantage of the worst team in the MLB, the Mets. Hang the bell and follow us for more winning picks at Dominic Sports Picks. Over/under parlay analysis. Today we're going with a totals parlay, where the analysis of the pace of play, the quality of the starting pitchers, and the offensive momentum of each team is key. Let's go with 3 run line picks. Pick 1, White Sox versus Orioles, under 9 runs. Zach Eflin for Baltimore has struggled recently, but historically pitches well against Chicago. Sean Burke has been effective in May, allowing 1 or fewer runs in 4 of his 5 starts. Furthermore, both teams have inconsistent offenses, especially the White Sox, who remain among the worst in runs scored. Cool weather in Baltimore and 2 cold lineups invite a low-run game. Pick 2, Rockies versus Mets, over 8 runs. Here we go to the other extreme. The Rockies have the worst pitching in MLB, and Kyle Freeland is winless this year, with an ERA of nearly 6. While the Mets aren't producing in key moments, they face a Colorado pitching staff that allows contact in home runs. For New York, David Peterson has been solid, but Colorado can scrape together a couple of runs. We expect a game with at least 5 or 6 runs from the Mets and something from the Rockies to get over the line. Third pick, Giants versus Marlins, under 8.5 runs. San Francisco hasn't scored more than 4 runs since May 16th. Kyle Harrison is coming off a strong start and is motivated to regain his spot in the rotation. Cal Quantrill, meanwhile, has had a strong May and is pitching better at home. The Marlins have made plenty of errors, but they're not an explosive offense either. Everything points to a close, low-scoring game in Miami. Parlay conclusion: we're looking for 2 low-hitting games with pitchers arriving in good form, and 1 with ideal run-scoring conditions. A perfect combination of logic and tendency. Follow us for more smart analysis and value bets on Dominic Sports Picks. Prop player parlay analysis. Today we're putting together a parlay focused on pitching performance, specifically strikeouts. We're going with 2 overs and 1 under that combine individual tendencies and favorable matchups. Top pick, David Peterson, Mets, over 4.5 strikeouts. Peterson is coming off his best start of the year, where he pitched 7.2 innings against the Dodgers and struck out 6. He faces the Rockies, the second highest strikeout rate on the road in all of MLB. He's also a left-handed hitter, and Colorado is hitting just .216 against lefties. Everything points to Peterson going 5 or more innings and comfortably reaching 5 strikeouts. Second pick, Kyle Harrison, Giants, over 3.5 strikeouts. Harrison has been used as a reliever, but now that he's back in the rotation, he has a clear path to pitch deeper. In his last start against Washington, he struck out 4 in just 4 innings. Today he faces a Marlins team that has one of the league's poorest offenses and averages over 8 strikeouts per game. If he pitches 5 innings, this line should be covered without a problem. Third pick, Zach Eflin, Orioles, over 4.5 strikeouts. Although Eflin is usually a controlled pitcher, he's in a rough patch, 13 runs allowed in his last 2 starts. Furthermore, his strikeout rate has dropped considerably, with just 6 total in his last 2 outings. He faces the White Sox, who don't hit much, but don't strike out much either, especially against right-handed pitchers. Eflin likely won't have a long outing, and with that, he won't reach 5 strikeouts. Parlay conclusion. 2 pitchers with high strikeout opponents and in good form, combined with a declining Eflin against a lineup that makes good contact. It's a balanced play with great value. Bet smart, bet with Dominic Sports Picks, and maximize your profits with real, well-founded analysis. Mega Parlay Analysis. Today we bring you a value parlay that combines run lines and strikeouts in matchups where the lines look misleading, but the data gives us a clear advantage. Top pick, Miami Marlins plus 1.5 run line. The Marlins, despite their defensive errors, are coming off an emotional comeback in San Diego and now return home. They face a Giants team with serious offensive issues, having not allowed more than 4 runs in over a week. With Cal Quantrill in good form, 3.06 ERA in May, and a stable bullpen, it's very possible for Miami to keep the game close or even win. Top pick, Cal Quantrill plus 1.5 strikeouts. A very low line for a starter who has exceeded this number in 6 of his last 7 starts. Although he's not an elite strikeout artist, he faces a Giants team that ranks among the top 10 in strikeouts per game. If he pitches 5 innings, he should easily cover the 2 strikeouts. Third pick, White Sox plus 1.5 run line. Chicago has shown signs of life offensively and is coming off a win over the Mets. They face an uneven Orioles team with Zach Eflin in terrible form, 13 runs in his last 2 outings. Sean Burke has pitched well this month, and if Chicago stays in the game until the end, this line should be cashed. Fourth pick, Sean Burke plus 3.5 strikeouts. Burke has surpassed this line in 3 of his last 4 starts. In May, he has as many strikeouts as walks, 19, but he faces Baltimore, a team that has been vulnerable to strikeouts at home, especially against pitchers who mix and match pitches like his. If he controls his command, he can easily reach 4 or more. Parlay conclusion. We're pairing 2 underrated teams on the run line and 2 strikeout lines with good matchups. Ideal for a medium risk, high value play. Follow the analysis with Dominic Sports Picks, where plays are built with logic, not hunches. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.